Urgent Washington Commanders fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Washington Commanders updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, folks, today we have some breaking news that's sending shockwaves through the Washington Commanders community. You know, this team has been the subject of intense speculation and buzz all season long, especially as we approach the midpoint of the NFL year. But what just happened? Well, I'll tell you that in a moment, but first, let's set the stage a little bit for those who might be tuning in and aren't yet fully immersed in the latest from DC. The Commanders, historically a team with a passionate fan base, has been navigating a roller coaster of a season so far. They started out with high hopes, some new additions in the offseason, a new coaching staff, and a lot of excitement about what this squad could do. But, as many of you know, things haven't gone exactly as planned. The 2023 season has been one of ups and downs. The team's offense, led by quarterback Sam Howell, has shown flashes of brilliance but also moments of inconsistency that have frustrated fans and analysts alike. Howell, a young quarterback with a lot of potential, has been battling to find his rhythm, and the offensive line has faced its own set of challenges, struggling at times to protect him and open up running lanes. On the defensive side, there's been a mix of solid performances and some gaps that opponents have exploited. Overall, it's been a mixed bag, but one thing everyone agrees on is that the Commanders are always fighting, always trying to find that winning formula. Now, to the big news that just broke, the Commanders have made a significant move in their special teams department. Reports are indicating that the team has signed kicker Matt Gay, a player who's been making waves across the league with his accuracy and consistency. But it's not just about bringing in a new kicker, there's more to the story. The team also released Zane Gonzalez, a veteran kicker who had been competing for the starting job. This kind of roster shakeup is always a telltale sign that the coaching staff is trying to fine-tune their team, especially in areas that could make the difference between a win and a loss. Now, why is this move so important? For starters, Matt Gay isn't just any kicker. He's been one of the most reliable kickers in the league this season, boasting a high field goal percentage, especially from longer distances. His accuracy under pressure is notable, and he's proven to be a clutch performer in tight situations. For the Commanders, who have struggled at times to convert on third down and have had to settle for field goals rather than touchdowns, bringing in someone like Gay could be a game changer. This move indicates that the coaching staff is serious about tightening up their special teams, a phase of the game that's often overlooked but can be the decisive factor in close games. But let's take a step back and look at the broader picture. The Washington Commanders have been building their team with a mix of young talent and veteran experience. On offense, you have players like Terry McLaurin, who continues to be a top target and one of the most consistent receivers in the league. His route running, hands, and ability to make plays in tight coverage make him a nightmare for defenses. Jahan Dotson, another promising young receiver, has shown flashes of brilliance this season, and the team has been working hard to maximize his potential. The offensive line, though, has been a work in progress, with injuries and rotation affecting their chemistry. On defense, the Commanders have some playmakers, especially in the linebacker core and secondary. Chase Young, when healthy, is still one of the most disruptive pass rushers in the league, and the secondary has some young talent eager to prove themselves. The defense has shown moments of dominance but also moments where they've been caught out of position or missed key tackles. The coaching staff has been emphasizing discipline and execution, but consistency remains an ongoing challenge. Now, coming back to that move with the kicker, it's worth noting that special teams often don't get the attention they deserve until they're the reason a game is lost. Remember last season, when a missed field goal or a botched kickoff return cost the Commanders crucial wins? That's precisely why the signing of Matt Gay is so significant. It's a statement from the front office and coaching staff that they're serious about fixing those issues, about making sure that every point counts, especially in these narrow, high-stakes matchups. Gay's track record suggests he could be the reliable weapon the team needs to push their scoring opportunities further and to ultimately turn close games into victories. But beyond the immediate impact, this move also reflects the overall trajectory of the team's season. The Commanders are in a competitive NFC East, a division that's as tough as ever, with the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all fighting fiercely for playoff positioning. Every game is critical, and roster adjustments like these are often the difference between contending and falling short. The coaching staff, led by interim head coach Ron Rivera, has been under pressure to get the most out of this squad, and seemingly, they're making strategic moves to do just that. And speaking of coaching, Rivera's leadership has been a mixed bag this season. There have been moments of brilliance, like the bold calls on fourth down and aggressive play calling, that show he's still a coach willing to take risks for wins. But there have also been games where execution lapses and penalties have hampered the team's chances. Still, the players have expressed confidence in Rivera's approach, and the front office seems committed to giving him every tool possible to succeed. This recent signing of Gay and the release of Gonzalez is just one of many roster adjustments that seem aimed at fine-tuning the team's competitive edge. Now, for fans, this is exciting because it shows that the Commanders are not resting on their laurels. They're actively trying to improve, to address weaknesses, and to push toward a playoff spot. The NFC playoff race is shaping up to be intense, and every win counts. With the addition of a proven kicker like Matt Gay, the team is sending a clear message: they want to finish strong, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. It also raises questions about what other moves might be on the horizon. Will they look to bolster other areas, perhaps the offensive line or linebacker core? Or will they rely on internal development and strategic game plans? Time will tell, but one thing is certain: there's a renewed sense of purpose in Washington, and the fans are eager to see how this plays out. Now, let's talk a little about the season so far. The Commanders sit at a pivotal point in the schedule. They've faced some tough opponents, including divisional rivals, and have shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency remains elusive. Their record might not be what they hoped for at this stage, but there's still hope. The talent is there, the coaching staff is adjusting, and with moves like signing Gay, the team is trying to maximize every opportunity. The playoffs are still within reach, and if they can tighten up on special teams, clean up penalties, and keep their key players healthy, they could turn their fortunes around. And it's also worth mentioning the fan base's resilience. Washington fans are some of the most passionate in the league, and they've seen their fair share of highs and lows over the decades. From the glory days of the 1980s when the team was a dynasty to more recent years of rebuilding and uncertainty, these fans remain loyal and hopeful. They're always looking for signs of progress, and moves like this are seen as positive steps forward. Every time the team makes a strategic move, it's a reason for optimism, a reason to believe that better days are ahead. Now, circling back to the key players, it's essential to highlight the importance of the younger talent on this squad. Players like Jamin Davis, the young linebacker who's been making strides in the middle of the field, and the secondary players who are still developing, all contribute to the team's future. These guys are hungry, eager to prove themselves, and with the right leadership and some strategic additions, like a dependable kicker, they could become the backbone of a playoff contending team in the near future. And let's not forget about the coaching staff's role here. Rivera, along with his coordinators, has been emphasizing a balanced approach, aggressive on offense when needed, disciplined on defense, and meticulous on special teams. This recent move signaled their focus on fixing what's broken, especially in the kicking game, which, as we all know, can be a game-changer in close contests. It's also interesting to see how the team management is making decisions based on analytics and performance metrics, something that's become increasingly crucial in today's NFL. So, what does this all mean for the upcoming games? Well, it means that the Commanders are actively trying to put their best foot forward. They're aware of their strengths and weaknesses, and they're making moves accordingly. With the addition of Matt Gay, expect the special teams to become more reliable, giving the offense and defense a better chance to execute their game plans without the fear of costly missed kicks. This, combined with the ongoing development of their young stars and strategic game planning, could be the key to turning this season into a memorable one. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this latest move? Do you believe that signing Matt Gay will be the spark that the team needs to push for the playoffs? Are you optimistic about the direction the team is heading? Or do you think there are still areas that need more attention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I genuinely love hearing your opinions because your passion and insights are what make this community so special. Your voice matters, and I want to know what you think about all these recent developments. As we look ahead, it's clear that the road to the postseason is going to be tough, but the Washington Commanders are showing signs of resilience and strategic thinking. Every game counts from here on out, and with the right mindset and a bit of luck, they could surprise a lot of people. The NFL is unpredictable, and that's what makes it so exciting. One thing's for sure, the Commanders are not backing down. They're fighting, adjusting, and trying to find that winning formula. So, stay tuned, folks. We'll keep you updated with all the latest news, insights, and analysis. Remember, this team has a rich history, and with the right moves, they can write a new chapter of success. Until then, keep supporting the team, stay passionate, and let's hope for a strong finish to this season. Thanks for being with us today, and as always, go Commanders!